Hi betting experts, on Monday, February the 17th, we're off to Cumbria, up to Carlisle to start the working week. A typically competitive car, good prize money. They make a real effort at Carlisle, they get well rewarded with big crowds and decent entries. The ground, good to soft, probably as dry as it's been all winter up there, and I think that might be the theme of things as we head towards Cheltenham. There doesn't look to be too much rain in the forecast. I know things can change quite quickly, but we could be heading for a good ground festival. We start off with our betting expert Daily Nap, sponsored by Priced Up Bet. This goes in the 250. It's the Book Your Race Day Hospitality Now handicap chase, 3 miles and 110 yards, a class 3 for 5-year-olds and upwards. Good prize money, 9,770 quid to the winner, and I think Jerryville can continue Mickey Hammond's resurgence. Now Mickey, absolutely dreadful season over jumps he's had. Things have only just started to come right now. I think he barely had a winner for months on end in truth, but he's had 4 in the last 14 days, and there's no doubt because of that he's got a lot of well handicapped horses, and Jerryville was one of them. He got down to 117 and back in the groove on his 3rd run this season at Wetherby over a trip that I think they thought was probably inadequate. It was probably a bit of a sighter, but he ended up winning, beating Serendipity by 2 3/4 lengths, who's a pretty reliable performer of Sue Smith's, coming through typically from well off the pace to pick them off running on strongly. Now he is up to 3 miles here, but really that is his trip, and I think this much stiffer track will definitely suit him. He's won here in the past. He beat Ned Tanner by 13 lengths on his last visit to this track. That was over 2 mile 4, but he's got plenty of 3 mile form in the book. I think the better ground will help him. Most of his winning form has been on good to soft and no worse, so this sort of spring ground very much in his favour. He's got Conor O'Farrell booked for the ride again. Now the complication is he has gone up £5 for that win, so he's back to a mark that he has struggled off in the past, but I think it's more a case that Mickey Hammond's horses are now in rude health for the first time in about 6 months, and I think Jerryville can continue back on the upgrade. Most of these rivals are out of form or non-winners altogether, whereas Jerryville is a smooth travelling sound jumper who comes from off the pace. I think he's got a good make-up here as well. Our betting expert value angle selection, sponsored by Priced Up Bet, goes in the 355. It's the Racing TV Mares Handicap Hurdle, 2 mile 1 class 5, 4-year-olds and upwards, £3,700 to the winner, and I think Real Rosie can make a winning handicap debut here under top weight for Jenny Candish. Now Jenny has had a fantastic season. They've been in really good form throughout, and in the last fortnight she's had 8 winners at a 31% strike rate. They're all absolutely flying. This 6-year-old mare, well, she's unexposed. She comes from Hugo Palmer off the flat where she was rated 80, so she wasn't without ability. She's run 4 times over hurdles for Jenny, and she got off the mark at Sedgefield in a maiden hurdle back in November. That came on good ground, which I think is what she needs. She then has run with credit under the penalty at Catterick and back at Sedgefield, over 2 mile 4 again. I don't think this drop back in trip will do her any harm now handicapping. She's been given a mark of 105, which I think is lenient. She'll be a strong stayer at this kind of trip, 2 mile 1. Sean Quinlan, who's been on board every run over hurdles, is back in the plate. These are a pretty opposable non-winning assortment of horses in the main, and I think she can give weight and a beating to them with the yard absolutely flying. Best of luck on Monday, betting experts. Please do like and comment on our YouTube videos and check out our sponsor Priced Up Bet.